Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
When we refer to tobacco, it's a cluster or group of plants that are biologically called tobacco nicotiana, and these products contain nicotine that is very, very addictive, and other substances like polyaromatic hydrocarbons. We have flavoring agents, we have benzene, formaldehyde. All these substances are in tobacco, so they are either processed as other tobacco products, and the trending or the newer forms of tobacco products we have are the shisha or the hookah that is popularly being patronized, particularly by our youth. And then we have the electronic nicotine delivery systems or the vaporizers. So these are a cluster of products. So per our law, the Public Health Act 851/2012, the Part 6, it defines this as the plants and its extracts. But there are newer forms that are now synthetic or chemicals, that like the e-cigarettes and the vaporizers, and these are all tobacco products, and all these have damning or consequences on our health if patronized or if smoked. So these all fall under the products that we regulate in this department. And when I was talking, when I was introducing myself, I mentioned that the department is substances of abuse. These other substances, including alcohol and pharmaceutical products that have a place in medicine. These are supposed to be used for managing moderate to severe pain, but by the way they work, they also elicit negative effects that can be abused or be diverted. So these are all products that we have. We regulate, ensure that they are there for medicinal and scientific purposes, but we've put in measures to ensure that they are not diverted or do not fall into the wrong hands, or they are not used for the non-intended purposes. So if you ask me what tobacco is, in a nutshell, that is what it is. That the products, the tobacco products, either the regular combustible ones, the cigarettes, and the non-combustible like the vaporizers, they all contain nicotine. And the nicotine is a substance that causes the addiction. So what it does is you can take in small quantities for the euphoria or for the pleasurable effects. That's why they smoke. Then after a while, you develop tolerance to it. So you'd have to be increasing your quantities. And after a while, you would even want to stop or you want to quit because it will be having dire consequences on your health, but you cannot. That's when we say that you've become addicted to the substance and you need psychosocial support to quit. So the product affects from your head to your toes, every part of your body. It causes cardiovascular diseases, heart-related diseases. It causes tooth decay. It can affect your internal organs, your liver, your kidney. It causes infertility. So there is actually no health benefit when the product it's being used, whether you chew it, you smoke it, or it's a snuff. There's no health beneficial, and there's no safe form of tobacco, and it has very dire consequences. In fact, it affects even the non-smoker, what we call the passive smoker. So if you happen to be in the presence of somebody smoking and you just inhale it, you are at much danger as the person smoking it. That's why we have laws that has banned public smoking, so that if you want to patronize a public facility and there's a non-smoker, the law allows that it should be done in a DSC, so that the non-smoker is not affected. So the smoke affects every part of your body. A vulnerable, like an unborn child, a pregnant woman smokes. We have this syndrome that we call sudden infant death syndrome. The child will be born either premature, or in their first to 5 years they may not live because their lungs are not properly developed. If they even live, they are predisposed to getting asthmatic attacks or other respiratory infections because of their non-properly developed lungs. So it has all these dire consequences, and because of that, even though we regulate the product, we also do intensive public education to dissuade people from even being initiated into tobacco use.
Right. Which means it's a silent killer.
Yes. So it's one of the leading cause of preventable deaths, disabilities, and we have that about 75 people or men die weekly from tobacco use. About over 800,000 people die annually in Ghana. 8 million people globally, and out of these 8 million people, about 1.2 of them will not have smoked. They will be passive smokers. They will just have been in the presence of people who smoke. So the statistics are gory. What we have in country now is the combustible or the traditional smoke tobacco product is rather on the decline. These are the newer forms or the trending ones, like the shisha, is what is on the increasing now. And in fact, females who traditionally wouldn't have smoked find this trending. So we realize that female youth are patronizing this, and our education is targeted at them, telling them that these are not safe forms of tobacco, even though they are flavored, and the mode of use, they say it passes over water. There's this misconception that the shisha is safe, but these products are non-safe. They are all as dangerous as the regular combustible one. 2-3 years, yes, I don't think we have that now. But the public education that we do in the schools, we go to the preschools, and you have as young as 7, 8 knowing what it is. And some have families that smoke, so they are exposed to it. They may not themselves be smoking, but this motivates them to get into the habit of smoking. So 2-3 years, no, I'm not sure that's possible. But as young as 8, 9, 10, these ones are all exposed to tobacco use.
Thank you for watching Nation One TV. Kindly subscribe for more news updates.